Hey everyone, I'm here today taking a look at another classic Jurassic World toy from Kenner. This time it's the Junior T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. Now the Junior T-Rex originally came on a card back like this, which I really like because it's got this really nice lush green effect of the sunlight coming through the trees, and you can see the T-Rex at the top and the Lost World logo. And then on the back it shows all the different toys in the line, as well as a nice kind of diorama picture of the T-Rex. You can see on the card back here it's got Tyrannosaurus Rex written at the top there, Junior T-Rex from Site B, a picture of the T-Rex, a really nice picture of the T-Rex from the Lost World, and that cool Lost World logo there, with that green kind of jungle look, with the sun coming through the trees in the back there. And then on the back, at the bottom there, it shows all the different toys that were available at the time in that wave, and at the top you've got a really cool picture of the Junior T-Rex in like a diorama. And I always used to love these when I was a kid, that they put the effort in, you know, they've got some sticks in the background and some moss down there to make it look like the T-Rex is in the jungle. And then the Jurassic World logo, the Lost World logo again there. So it's a really nice packaging. Now some great detailing to this guy, and the paint job's really nice as well. It's kind of a browny green for the most part, but then there's almost a purpley kind of colour going down the back there, and then it's sort of grey on the underside there too. But I really like the look and the sculpt of this. There's a lot of detailing. You can see all the cracks and wrinkles in the skin. It's just as good as a Mattel toy, and I actually like this Junior T-Rex more than the Mattel version, which I'll compare later on. But I really do like the colours on this. Now for articulation, the mouth closes and opens. The front arms will go forward and back. They won't go all the way around really because the body gets in the way, but you don't really need them to be going backwards anyway. But they go forward and back as much as you'd need them to. The legs also go forward and backwards, like so, on both sides. And that is pretty much it for the articulation, but it's enough. I mean, it's pretty much the same amount of articulation you'd get on a Mattel figure that's the same size as this. And there's enough to get some quite decent poses out of it. And on his thigh there you've got the JP logo, JP42, and this is what all the Kenner Jurassic Park toys had, with the JP logo and the number, and you can see Site B there just above the J as well. It's a really lovely sculpt. See going down there, it's got quite long legs. It's about the same size as, it's actually a little bit bigger than a human figure, so it's kind of the same size as a Velociraptor, so it's bigger than the little baby T-Rex in the movie, but of course you can just have it as an older T-Rex there. You can see all the detailing going down the body there. And here's the other side. Quite a long tail. There's no articulation in the tail. A really long tail and long legs. Got some more purple striping going down the legs there. And then the feet are quite a nice sculpt too. Very bird-like, very T-Rex-like. So, and you know, everything's painted, all the nails are painted up. Really good quality figure. Now for accessories, it comes with two things. One is a muzzle that goes over the mouth and eyes. If you close the mouth there, you can put that over the face. And this is something we're going to see coming up on a Mattel T-Rex in the next few months. They're going to start incorporating this kind of capture gear that we got with quite a few dinosaurs back in the Lost World toy line. But as well as the muzzle that goes over the mouth, you can also, if you've got the leg here, you pull it and it stretches out, and you can see the bone of the T-Rex's leg where it's completely snapped off and it's just being held on with the bone. But if you take the bandage that comes with it and plug it into that hole there with the peg on the back of the bandage, that then presses on a mechanism inside the leg and it fixes the leg. So then once you take the bandage back off, the leg is fixed, which is quite a fun action feature. I think it's pretty cool, and it's pretty gruesome as well, the way you can just snap that leg off, and then let's say put the bandage on, and that activates the mechanism and clicks the leg back into place. So some really fun little accessories with this T-Rex. And here is the Mattel baby T-Rex, and that also comes with a muzzle, much like the Lost World version, but it's a very different looking muzzle. You can see they're pretty different looking toys as well. And of course you can have many, you know, don't just have to have one T-Rex, you can have multiple T-Rexes. So they both fit in well, one being younger than the other, or maybe they're babies to different T-Rexes if you've got multiple Mattel T-Rexes, because we've had like 5 different T-Rexes from Mattel now. So it's nice that you've got the option of all these different ages that you can have, these junior ones and baby ones. Personally, I do think the Kenner one actually looks better than Mattel. And in general, I like the Mattel toys better, but I really like the detailing and the paint job on this T-Rex. I think the Mattel one looks a bit cheaper. Like, I don't think the sculpt's quite as good. I mean, this was one of the first toys they released in 2018, so they have got better. And this one does have arms that go out to the sides. There's a little bit more articulation there, and the mouth closes if you bend his tail down. So it's got some nice little features there. But in general, I do think that this Kenner Lost World one looks better. The paint job's a lot better on the Kenner one as well. There's a lot more detailing, a lot more fading of the colours into each other, whereas the Mattel one, the paint job looks a little bit cheap. None of the nails or anything are painted. You know, there's a lot more detailing and intricacy to the paint job on the Kenner version. Kenner did actually release the whole T-Rex family for the Lost World. You got the Thrasher T-Rex as the female, and they did release the Bull T-Rex as well, but I don't think it was ever released in the UK, so it's very difficult and expensive to get hold of. So sadly, I've never been able to get hold of that one, which is quite annoying, because I'd love to have the whole family. That Bull T-Rex from Lost World is one of my holy grails, along with the Jurassic Park 3 animatronic Spinosaurus. I'd love to get those two, but they're hundreds of pounds to get in the UK, if you can even find one in good condition. So my collection's always felt a bit incomplete because I didn't have that full family of the 3 Rexes, but I do have the Lost World T-Rex that Mattel released, which is a bit small, so I guess this one now has to be the buck and that one has to be the doe, even though that one was the doe and the Bull T-Rex was the buck in the original toy line. But they still look quite nice together. But the Bull T-Rex and this T-Rex, if you look at the colour schemes of them, you can imagine them having a baby that's this colour. They kind of match up together well like that. Whereas this Mattel T-Rex is a bit too green, so I don't really buy that those two mating would come up with a T-Rex that's coloured like that. But I still think they look quite nice together. I think some of those Kenner dinosaurs do match in really well with the Mattel line. So we've got the other baby T-Rex there that can come in, so you can have a family of 4. So thanks for joining me and taking a look at this vintage Kenner Junior T-Rex from the Lost World toy line. There aren't many Mattel toys coming out for the next month or two in the UK, so I thought I'd start looking at some of the older Jurassic Park and Jurassic World toys that I haven't reviewed before, because they are really good and they do match up well. I like kind of mixing and matching Kenner and Mattel stuff together. So thanks for watching everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video.